Hi there, folks. I'm meteorologist Anthony J. reporting from America's Weather Streaming Channel, updating our friends down in Florida and the Southeast on soon-to-be Hurricane Debby. Here is the update right now. As of about 8 o'clock, the Hurricane Center is still calling it a tropical storm, but essentially we're calling it a hurricane at this point. You can see the satellite of the storm is over here, and it's working its way towards the north, and it's not that far actually off of the coastline. So we're expecting landfall near Cedar Key by early Monday morning. I'm saying now by between 5 and 8 o'clock. That is the time frame for this to move inland and make landfall. We've been getting all kinds of pictures coming in here. You can see some of the surf video that was coming in from the Tampa Bay area from earlier today, and some of the waves coming right into the coastline. And we also had some flooding reported, mostly minor to moderate flooding as the storm is offshore. But you can see even some homes. This is Fort Myers Beach. Look how they got water into their homes, and this is only a tropical storm. Likewise, other parts of the Fort Myers Beach area, you see that a couple of feet of water looks like in some areas, and causes lots of headaches, unfortunately, for our friends down here. And what we expect is the flooding down to the south across southern Florida, southwest Florida, to begin to get a little bit better. And it's actually low tide coming up overnight. And that's good news, because as this storm makes landfall, the surge will be a little less, but upwards of 6 to 10 feet near Cedar Key, a little bit less to the south and to the west, and again about 3 to 4 or 5 feet coming in there into Tampa Bay. Now here's a look at a wind forecast. We've had wind gusts to tropical storm force in many locations here, and I'm going to put this back. Starting at 2 a.m., you can see how strong the winds get through the morning, every 3 hours. By 11 a.m., during the morning, Tallahassee, you could have major problems with wind gusts, maybe near hurricane force, and causing some tree branches and tree limbs to come down. So we want people to be very careful of that. If you're in a house and you have trees around, large trees around your home, best to be away from any rooms that would be in the way of any falling tree branches or whole trees that could come down. As we go through the day tomorrow, on Monday, the winds will start to diminish, and we'll still have to deal with a rain threat across the area. Again, this is about where the heaviest rain is likely to fall, an additional 4 to 6, 7 inches more, probably more though across northernmost Florida, because the storm is going to hang around. Some rainfall totals from the web from earlier, and again, this is the 5-day rainfall forecast. They're calling for over a foot of rain in parts of South Carolina, Georgia, and even northern Florida. We could see some of that really heavy rain, over a foot worth. But although most of the worst of it will probably be just to our north in Georgia and especially South Carolina. They have a high risk, the National Weather Service believes, of flash flooding over the next 5 days. So this will be a very prolific rainstorm across all this area, a little bit better in Florida than it is areas to the north. But look around Charleston, Savannah, right in the middle, could see 16 inches or more of rain. So that is what we're most concerned about going down after the storm makes landfall. So keep that in mind. If you're in the storm area, stay indoors, be careful of any branches. And for a friend saying the Tampa Bay area, we'll continue to see strong winds as we go through the night. Off and on, when those squalls come through is really when you'll see those stronger wind gusts as it comes on in. And here's a look at the storm right now on the radar, and you can see there are still some good bands out there. A little bit of a break right now in Tampa, but we're apt to see more come in. Don't worry, it's not over. And we'll see some of those stronger wind gusts come in later tonight as well, in conjunction with some of these stronger bands. The center of the storm is right about up here. I'll show you, due west at this time. Just about due west of, you could call it, well, not Spring Hill, but right here on the coast, about 65 miles offshore. It's about 85 miles from Tampa, and from where it's going to make near landfall tonight, it's only about 85 to 90 miles offshore. So that's why we think this is going to make landfall early in the morning now. You're getting some of the hard conditions now in Cedar Key. Now, the winds may be blowing more offshore, but as the storm approaches, those winds will come more from the southwest. So right now the winds are mostly coming in like this, but eventually they're going to come in more from the an onshore direction, which means as the eye comes in, here's the center now. Well, it's not a true eye yet, but it's trying to form an eye. Once the center comes in about here, then we're going to see the winds come around more to the south and southwest. So that is unfortunately going to bring some of the surge into the coast as high as 10 feet. And also, we're still going to get gusty winds producing some high water along areas around the Tampa, St. Pete, Clearwater area. So everybody stay safe if you're in the storm area. Listen to the forecasts. Even tomorrow, better idea to stay indoors because we could still have some tree limbs falling even after the storm is over. So be very careful down here today and tomorrow, and we'll have more updates on the storm. Thanks for joining.